My apologies, my pet cricket has restless leg syndrome.
It doesn't.
Good luck, KDK.
A good Catholic is a Catholic in the model of Jesus Christ, a revolutionary, someone who's not afraid to get up and speak the truth. Remember, the only time Christ ever got angry was when he went to church.
You're a piece of shit. Once you realize you're a piece of shit, it's not so hard to take. Because then you don't have this feeling that you're a good person all the time. And let me tell you something. Feeling that you're a good person all the time is like having a brand new car with no scratches on it. It's a real responsibility which is almost impossible to live up to. Being a piece of shit and then occasionally doing something that's good and true, it's a much easier place to be.
There are no gods, no devils, no angels, no heaven or hell. There is only our natural world. Religion is but myth and superstition that hardens hearts and enslaves minds.
You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
KDK's Lunatic Fringe.
All systems go! Prepare for countdown! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off to adventure in the amazing year 400 million!
Hello everyone, and I made it in time. I arrived home maybe 8 minutes before I was supposed to be on the air, log in to go on the air. But I made it here, that's the important part. It is 10:06 in the PM, and tonight is a rather strange program because for the first time I'm doing the show not at my computer. I'm doing it through the big screen TV. I'm actually sitting on the couch right now like a lazy-ass bitch, using my wireless mouse and the big screen TV. And another difference tonight, for the first time ever, I'm going to be making prank calls tonight using Skype. So hopefully the sound quality will be a little better. It'll be a little easier for me. I tried Skype years and years ago, back when they were probably still in beta, and it didn't work right, and it fucked up all my sound settings, and it was never intended for broadcast at that time. And it crashed and shut itself down a lot. But now I think they've apparently fixed their shit, and I did a test run on Wednesday night where I went on for just a couple minutes and made a couple prank calls just to make sure that the levels were okay. And it worked fine. And then I used it on Thursday night to make a prank call to Blackout. It wasn't intended to be a Blackout prank. I originally intended to call just to say hi, how are you, how you been, because he and I are old frenemies, and normally whenever I talk to him, the only thing he ever wants to talk about is gayness, but this time the only thing he wanted to talk about was money, and he starts begging me for money for so he can buy a better computer. And I told him if he sent me a PayPal request, I would give him $2,000 so he could go out and buy a computer. And I thought we were doing a bit on the air, I didn't think that he really thought I would give him $2,000. But he did, and he sent me a request, so I had to call back, and I had to say, you got to be crazy if you think I'm going to give you $2,000 for a new computer. I know it's going to go straight for drugs. But anyway, it apparently works fine, and I'll be testing that out tonight. So that means there'll be shorter breaks between the pranks and shit. So you guys are going to have to send me your names, numbers, and ideas. For people whom you would like me to call, you can send me numbers for people anywhere in the world. I believe Skype is good for international calls. I only paid for a month because I was just testing it out, but it worked so good. I called Blackout through Skype, and you know how Blackout is one of those people that's like really, really obsessive, compulsive, and anal about audio quality, and even he remarked how good I sounded over Skype, so that's a good sign. I didn't get a chance to test it on an overseas call because I didn't have any numbers, but I'm assuming it'll work fine. Just like doing a domestic call, I'm assuming it'll work fine. If not, I do have a fallback phone card if I need to do that. So we're all set for tonight, and I'm in a good mood. I'm hungry because I didn't get home in time to cook myself some dinner. I was busy out gallivanting, floozying around, if you will, and barely arrived home in time to start up this broadcast here. But yeah, I'm here. So come on and join me in the chat room at kdkprankcalls.com or fartsteam.com or pcuradio.com. And I'm actually going to go and open up the AIM, so you can contact me through AIM at KDK Pranks. I'd rather you didn't contact me through Skype, so I'm not opening that just yet. I won't open that until I'm ready to go, like, right to the phones. And we're back. And I've recently posted a poll on the KDK forums. I don't know why I bother, because there's so few people that go to the forums, because I've been really lax for the past couple of years, and I rarely post on there myself anymore. But I posted a poll asking whether people thought I ought to bring back PCU, in the sense that, should I switch Fartsteam over to an all-prank call rotation again, and actively go out and pursue people who would like to do a live prank call show, like I did in the past, in the olden days, and start up PCU 2.0. I think it's a good idea. I think the time is right. I think I have the time to actually devote the effort and do it and get it done and nurture a new generation of prank callers who all go on to hate me and backstab me, like the last generation. But that's part of the fun, isn't it? But nobody has gone in there and given me their input. I think there were 2 votes for yes so far. And No Bullshit is complaining that apparently I only did 1 prank call last week. I looked through my phone and I see that I called the phone card like 14 times. So that means that's how many times I tried to make prank calls, but I was getting blocked numbers and I was getting bum numbers, so it's all up to you. If you want to hear more prank calls, why don't you get off your lazy ass and send me some numbers instead of sitting there and crying like a bitch? No bullshit. Funny, your name is No Bullshit, but you're all bullshit. That ought to be your name. All bullshit, all the time. Right? And nobody has sent in any numbers yet, so if somebody had, I would go to the phone and prank calls would be starting already. But you haven't, so I'm not. I do have somewhere around here, where'd I leave it? I have my phone book around, my local phone book, because when I was doing the test show on Wednesday night, that probably none of you heard, because I think there were only like 3 people listening to the stream at the time, because I was only doing a test, and I went out at like 3 or 4 in the morning anyway. So I had to rely on dialing random numbers from my local phone book, and it didn't work so well, because most of these numbers were dead or blocked, but I was able to see that even like the message that says this number does not accept block calls, I was able to see that that was broadcasting right. So it was a test technically, and it worked. So yeah. I have my phone book, which is for the Greater Litchfield Hills in Connecticut. Oh, it's last year's book though. I bet I have this year's book. During a break, I'm going to have to go grab this year's book. Maybe that was the problem. This is from October 2007. And I have the new one. I just grabbed the wrong one. Oh, well. Why don't I throw out the old phone book when they send me a new one? Well, they don't send it, actually. Some poor schlep has to carry like 500 pounds of telephone books and just drop them at every door in the complex here. That's what they do. But anyway, yeah, we're still waiting for your names, numbers, and ideas to come in, and I don't think I have any funny stories that I can tell this week. I told my blackout story, which I lament the fact that I came off looking bad because I thought we were doing a bit. I thought we were doing a gag, like we were joking that I was going to donate a new computer to Blackout. I didn't think he would like be so desperate to think I would be serious to give him money. Because let's face it, if I gave money to every dipshit that wanted me to give them money just because they feel I have too much and they don't have enough, then I'd be broke, right? Okay, good. We got numbers coming in for... there's a clown convention tonight, apparently. Clowns of America convention at the Holiday Inn in Lakeview, Clarksville, Indiana. They totally have no sense of humor. The clowns have no senses of humor? Man. I wish I had some balloons in the house so I could make the sounds of balloon animals. You're being a jackass, so I'm making you a balloon animal jackass. And then make, like, balloon sound effects. Well, I have condoms. I can blow those up, but they're lubricated, so they wouldn't be, like, squeaky like a balloon. I have some rubber gloves that I used to use when I used to dye my hair, like, blue and shit. It's been a couple years since the last time. Well, actually, no, it's been about a year. Probably around this time last year, I had a mohawk and I dyed it blue. Dyed it orange, dyed it red, dyed it pretty much every color of the rainbow. But, yeah. Alexa Cool, old long-time listener, he asked me how many Battletoad prank calls have I been forced to make so far. Battletoads, I think, was like a video game and a cartoon, like back in the day, but I've never played the game and I've never seen the shows. He says it's a big thing on the forum circuit. You call the GameStop and ask them if they have Battletoads, which is an old SNES game, or NES game from 1983, and you always get an emotional response from them. They always say they're going to call the police and some bullshit. It's funny. Why? Is that like a Rick-rolling thing, like asking for Battletoads? What if you really want Battletoads? Find me the number for some GameStops, Alexa Cool, and I'll call and I'll ask for Battletoads. Although, knowing me, I would sort of intimate Battletoads was like some kind of social disease, like crabs or herpes or something. Do you have Battletoads, dear? Oh, you ought to get those checked out. They can burn them off with a laser. Nowadays. They just finished their Clown Awards banquet. Nunu apparently knows the whole clown itinerary. Okay, so let me minimize that. We'll be having some fun with the clowns tonight. Hopefully I can get through to some of their rooms. You're going to have to send me some of the names of the clowns. If you can, send me the real names and their clowny names. I was hoping to play... I'm going to try to do something I've not done before. I'm going to try to play some audio through Windows Media Center. You'll hear the startup sound in a moment. That's the startup sound. I don't know how to turn that off. I had wanted to play the pot song that was on last Sunday's Family Guy, but I didn't have a chance to isolate it.
Lonely man.
But I can find it. I can skip through the show and find it so that I can play it here.
Enough government profiteering under the guise of morality. Enough with this phony war on drugs.
You know, you're going about this all wrong, Brian. If you want to win people over, you can't just drone on like Ben Stein. You've got to...
Thank God I have a fast computer so I can handle, like, streaming and running the show and having everything else open, Skype and AIM and all this. And then on top of that, Windows Media Center playing a video.
Have a little more showmanship. Here, watch. Now everybody gather round and listen if you would. When I tell you every person needs a way of feeling good. Every kitty needs a ball of string and every dog a stick. But all you need is a bag of weed to really get a kick. 1, 2, 3.
A bag of weed, oh, everything is better with a bag of weed. It's the only help that you'll ever need, because everything is better with a bag of weed.
There you go, you're all getting it now.
When Texas people want to feel good,
They go assault a queer.
when stupid people need a thrill,
They wrench the Rocketeer.
when Michael Jackson needs a rush,
He humps a guy like me.
but all we need is a bag of weed to keep us worry-free. 1, 2, 3, oh! A bag of weed, oh, everything is better with a bag of weed. No, you don't need pep and you don't need speed, because everything is better with a bag of weed.
Have a go, Brian. As Mr. H.L. Mencken said, the common man's a fool. And just like Helen Keller said, tout fou qui dit pour boule. But try and use your heads and don't buy into all the fear.
That's all we need is a bag of weed to make us want to cheer. And 1, 2, a bag of weed, oh, everything is better with a bag of weed. You can try and fight, but we're all agreed, because everything is better with a bag of weed. I didn't stop it in time. You heard a commercial start there. And there you go. Everything goes better with a bag of weed. That was possibly the longest musical number I've ever seen them do on a Family Guy. But there you go. Now let me check back into AIM, and I might have enough info in to start doing clown calls, right? And let's see what we got here. Alexa Cool is sending in numbers for... I guess he's sending me numbers for GameStops. One in Los Angeles, one in Maywood, one in Culver City, California. And Randy Dandy says, you should do a B. Arthur themed prank call tonight because of her recent death. Oh, I just got in from gallivanting. I didn't know that B. Arthur's dead. Oh, that's sad. Hello, dear. This is the ghost of B. Arthur. Call people and act all distraught over her death, and maybe possibly call people who have the same names as the characters in the Golden Girls. Yeah, I can call up Blanche. Anybody got some names for Blanches? Oh, Blanche, do you have any spare batteries? My dildo, my vibrator ran out. I had to correct myself because dildos don't have batteries. Vibrators have batteries. Nunu, wow, there's a lot of names here. Carol Halliday Coleman has been entertaining for 30 years. She has performed for 3 presidents at the White House for the pageant of peace and has appeared on the Today Show and America AM. Also, we have Jim Howell, Tom King, Steve Salty Kissel. Sounds like a porn nickname rather than a clown nickname. Steve Salty Kissel. This is Kissel. Bill LeBlanc. No, LeBlanc. Bill LeBlanc, Dan Langwell, Steve Peachy Keen Long. These all sound like porn names. Dan Longwell, Steve Long, Steve Salty Kissel, Kathy Mackey, Priscilla Mooseburger, Trisha Manuel when not in clown,
Priscilla Mooseburger is her clowny name. Okay. Angel Morales, Pat Newton, Kurt, Uncle Kurt and Hugs, Robbins. That sounds like a pedophile clown. Welcome to Uncle Kurt and the Hugs Fantasy Pedophile Happy Hour. Cherry Venturi. These really do all sound like porn names. Welcome to Black Poles and White Holes, Volume 10, starring Priscilla Mooseburger, Steve Long, Dan Longwell, Bill LeBlanc, Steve Salty Kissel, Cherry Venturi, Bill Bebo Young, Ron Spangle Poindexter, Paula Biggio, Glenn Kohlberger, Neil Uplinger, Judy Jujubee Johnson, and Candy Will. Also, John Spears, a vendor who sells clown shoes. Steve Peachkeen Long sells foam props and stilts. Harry Allen sells magic stuff. Paula Biggio sells face paints, glitter, tattoos, jewelry, hats, and puppets. Cherry Venturi sells wigs, wig heads. What's a wig head? Like those foam things you keep a wig on? Eyelashes, and Albert Alters smiley face products, including underwear and aprons. Yeah, I need me some clowny underwear. And one of those little rubber noses to put on the end of my cap when I do clown porn. Jim Hoyle sells makeup and noses. Okay, so I have a whole list and itinerary of clowns here, so I can call up, but have you been sending these numbers to every other prank caller all weekend? Like, did Zolar call them, and Carlito call them, and Blackout call them already? So now I'm like the last person in line because I'm on the last. And they're already like pea-shy because they've been harassed like all week. Is that the case, Nunu? Let me know. That I'll still do it, but at least that way I'll be like prepared for it. I think instead of using the clowns as a warm-up, I think I'd like to do one of these game stops as a warm-up. So I'm going to open up my Skype, cross your fingers, and hope this goes well, because this is the first time I'll be doing this live on the air. Hopefully Skype doesn't have some faggoty startup sound. And it does. It totally has a faggoty startup sound. Sounds like when I launch a missile at somebody in Puzzle Quest Galactrix. That's what it sounds like. Yes, I'm embarrassed to admit that I play Puzzle Quest Galactrix. Okay, so we have are they closed already? This is in Cali, so they still got to be open. It's only 7:30. Hello, how are you doing, dear? I'm looking for a very particular game from the 80s. For my grandson, he's requesting it for his birthday.
Right.
It's a game for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
We don't undersell games for that, sir.
Oh, dear. Well, where would I go looking for...
Probably for Nintendo systems, like a swap meet or online.
They sell them on the line?
Online, yes.
I've never used... I'm 87 years young. I've never used on the line.
Right. You might want to ask your grandson how to use the internet.
Well, maybe it came out for another system.
No. Well, what game is it?
It was Battletoads for Hello. Wow, you're right. You're right. He got all pissy and hung up on me immediately as soon as he heard Battletoads. Is that like the new geek thing to like call places and ask for Battletoads? I'm gonna go try that first number again.
Hello, how are you doing, dear? My name is Ed Rosenthal, and I'm looking for a game for my grandson.
Okay.
He recently inherited his father's Nintendo Entertainment System, and he says to me, what use of this is to me unless I can play Battletoads. So he wants me to find that game for his birthday.
Okay, it's the original Nintendo system?
Right, the game is Battletoads. Apparently it's some kind of fighting game or something.
Okay, the only thing is we don't carry the original Nintendo Entertainment System games.
Right, because it's too old now.
Yes. You might want to try, like, let me see, Games for Less. Or I think there's a store. Gameplay. There's a store called Gameplay.
Well, he also has the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. I'm reading from the list here. So maybe the game was remade, or there are sequels that appear on the other systems.
Okay, I could see. And you said Battletoads?
Battletoads, like, frogs.
Oh, Battletoads. Okay, I'll check it out.
Right.
Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, how's it going? What can I do for you?
Well, the lady there was looking up to see if there was a copy of Battletoads for me.
Battletoads? That's going to be 2041. That's what year it comes out.
No, apparently it came out in the 90s for the Super NES system. But I was hoping maybe there was a remake or a sequel for a new.
No, there's no remake.
There's no sequel or new.
No.
There's nothing for the PlayStation 1 or 2 or 3 or the Xbox.
No.
Well, okay, thank you for your help. But you could have spared me your pissy attitude.
See, she didn't know what was up. There's a Henrietta Vagina in the chat room who must be a long-time listener, because that's referencing a prank call probably from 8 years ago or more. That's an old KDK prank call where I called up Henry Vagina or something and said I was Henrietta Vagina or something. I can't even remember. It's been so long. It's one of the calls that didn't make it onto the CD. It's on the site, I think, somewhere. Is it on the site? No, actually, it's not on the site yet, because I've been putting the CDs up in the descending order, the newest first, and working my way back, because the older calls, I think, aren't as good as the newer ones, so I'd rather they be towards the bottom of the list than at the top, right? Yeah. So, other than that, we have the clown people. We can call and fuck with the clown people. I'm going to close out you, Alexa Cool, because I called all 3 of your numbers. I got 2 calls off. Neither of them was very funny. That second one was sort of cool. Actually, the first one was kind of funny because the guy hung up on me as soon as I said Battletoads. Like, he had, like, the phone, like, at the ready, like, ready to slam it down on me. As soon as I said battle, he's like, battle, click! What's next? Lime cat calls? Anybody want some ceiling or basement cat calls? So the only other number I have is for the clown people. Is that what you want this to be? You want to be the clown show? Maybe I should play some circus music. Ironically enough, I do indeed have circus music that I can play. Where's my circus music?
Hi, this is Dildo the Clown, and you want a mattress!
Guest services, may I help you?
Hi, I'm trying to get in touch with Carol Coleman, please.
Is that a guest?
Yes. She's there for the convention?
Harold Coleman. Do you need me to spell it for you?
I don't show a Coleman registered, sir.
Maybe she registered under her clown name, Holiday?
No, we don't have anybody registered under their clown names.
Okay. Well, then, how about Pat Newton? Is she there? They're supposed to all be there for this. There's a convention going on this weekend, right?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
But Miss Coleman is no longer here.
Oh, she left already.
Yes.
Okay, how about Jim Howell? Howle.
No, I don't have anything under that either.
Has the convention ended and they've all checked out? Because it was
No,
supposed to be going on all weekend, right?
Right, some of them have.
Okay, how about Tom King?
Oh, Mr. King is still here. Would you like to speak with him?
Yes, they were counting on me to be there this weekend, but I wasn't able to get there because I have an awful gallbladder problem.
Okay, just a moment. Let me transfer you.
Okay.
The guest you are trying to reach is not available. Please leave a private message at the tone or press 0 to ring the hotel operator.
Hello, my name was Ed Rosenthal, and I was calling because Carol said I would be able to procure your services for my grandson's bar mitzvah, but I guess you're busy doing clowny things or whatever. Either way, if you'd like to get back to me, my number is 877-651-327 and 8. Thank you.
One thing I wanted to test is if the person that I'm calling through Skype can hear audio that I'm playing. That way it would be so easy for me to do soundboard prank calls. That's one thing I want to test. Maybe I ought to just call up a random number and ask if they can hear the sound effects that I'm playing in the background. Hello, you clowny bitch. Can you hear this? You can? Well, good. Hold on while I load up my Gladys Richford soundboards. Or would you rather talk to Miss Cleo? Anyway, I'm going to take a very short break here, short break, and I'm going to play a file I found buried deep within the archives of KDK's Lunatic Fringe. Probably comes from like 5 years ago. It's a cover of a punk rock song that was sent in to us, done for us by Sidekick Chuck, and it's lovely, wonderful, beautiful. Negro.
What if I called you? What if I pranked you all night long? What if I pranked you out and put you in the song? What if it never bothered me? Did you stand your own me? Would it be wrong if I recalled you all night long? If I pretended I was fine, struck it from my mind, would it still be there? What if I do anything to make it seem alright? It's alright.
Hi, call the Holiday Inn Lakeview. This is Mike speaking. I'll direct your call.
Hi, I'm trying to get in touch with a guest there.
Yeah.
His name is John Spear, S-P-E-A-R.
Uh-huh. You know what his room number is?
No, I don't. He just said he would be staying here for the convention.
Let me try to find it for you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I put Spear in. I come up with Judas Johnson. Does that make sense?
That's probably his wife. Yes, that's it. That's him. That's him. Can you put me through, please?
The guest you are trying to reach is not available.
You bitch.
Leave a private message at the tone, or press
So you know what's happening? He hasn't answered me, but I bet you every other prank caller has been calling the clowns all weekend, and now they're like suspicious, and they've told each other about the pranks they've gotten, and they're not going to answer their phones. See, you ruined it for us. You ruined it for us all. I'll try. Let me try again. I'll give it 2 more tries. After that, I'm going to give up with the clown people. What was Bjorka's character's name on the Golden Girls? I'll need that info.
Hi, call the Holiday Inn Lakeview. This is Mike speaking. I'll direct your call.
I think I just spoke to you. I'm looking for somebody from the clown convention.
They're all over the place.
All of my friends are there, but I can't get through. It keeps ringing and going to voicemail.
Well, they're having a function down in the lobby, downstairs.
Oh, so what time is that up?
Up at 11 o'clock. But I could switch to the hospitality room. That's where they all are.
Okay. Like you would send out a page and page them to the phone? Okay.
The guest you are trying to reach is not available. Please leave a
It was supposed to be the hospitality room. Okay, the clowns are apparently... Their function... What state are they in? What state are they in if it goes on till 11? Indiana. What time zone is Indiana? I don't even know. Okay, so apparently I'm going to have to put off clowny calls until they're done with their function, because they're all down in the banquet room clowning it up and partying down. What do clowns do to party? They make balloon animals? They pile into a very small car and then pile out? Randy Dandy says B. Arthur's character was Dorothy. Okay, so I'm going to call up all the people with Golden Girl first names and pretend to be Dorothy, and I'll come up with something beyond that. Maybe the vibrator battery is a good idea. Maybe not, but I'll give it a try. And I'm going to be Dorothy. What was Dorothy's last name from that show? That's probably like a trivia question that only a diehard fan of the Golden Girls would know. And diehard fans of the Golden Girls are probably all dead, because they're all old women back when the show was on 20 years ago. And I'm noticing that the number that you sent me, Randy Dandy, I can't dial because it translated your numbers into smileys in AIM. So it says 60944 smiley 086. So I need you to I need you to give me those 2 numbers that are missing, because it translated it into a smiley. Is that an option where I can turn that off? Because that's not the first time this has happened, where it translated back-to-back numbers into smileys. Yeah, so I was going to go to the phones and dial that number, and then I'm looking and I'm realizing smiley isn't a character in Skype. Maybe I can call up Skype and complain that every time I try to prank call people, it translates the numbers into smileys. And they ought to be able to translate smileys back into numbers for me. You notice the cats are being really quiet tonight? That's because I came home tonight and somebody had puked on the carpet, and I think they're all running scared that they're going to get yelled at for the puke, even though I know damn well which one it was. It was Sebastian. It's always Sebastian, because he gorges on dry food, and then he guzzles water, and then the dry food expands like a sponge, and he pukes out like these long tubes of like really dry food. They're really easy to clean up because they're really dry, but I wish the cat weren't so fucking stupid that he'd gorge and guzzle like that every single fucking time. Well, not every single time, but he does it quite a lot. I'm going to try to call up Bonnie Bevins. Bonnie Bevins, because that's just the first number that caught my eye, the first name that caught my eye.
It sounds like an old lady name. Bonnie Bivens here with you. I can't come to the phone right now because I'm busy rinsing my vagina in the sink. That's what us old people do, according to KDK. My cigarette went out again. Pardon me while I light a new one.
The person you are calling does not take unidentified calls. Your caller ID was not received. To enter an access code, press 1.
Yeah. That's the downside of prank calling. Especially live prank calling. Let's try Alan Bluestein. We had people listening that would send us confirmed numbers, which made the show much better. Okay, that's not going to work. Let me throw that phone book away. That's apparently pretty worthless. Nunu says that he sent me confirmed numbers because we're going to have to wait. Someone said in the chat room that they're going to be partying in the banquet room until midnight. That's late for a clown, isn't it? Rose Nyland. Okay. Randy Dandy sent the number in again for this Rose person where it had translated her number into a smiley. It didn't translate it into a smiley this time, so now I can dial.
Hello? Hello, Rose. How you doing, dear? It's me, Dorothy.
Oh, I'm doing fine.
I'm sorry to be calling you so late, but you know...
That's all right. Doctor Who.
Hello? What was that? I didn't hear that.
You said, what's your name, Doctor Who?
Dorothy Arthur. You remember from High Town?
I don't know who you are.
I'm the one with the throat cancer.
The what?
Throat cancer. That's why I sound like this. I'm sorry to be calling you so late, but it's very important. I was trying to have some fun and I ran out of batteries, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Do you have any D-cell batteries you could lend or spare?
No,
I'd be glad to pay you.
No, I don't have anything.
I could send my husband over right away. He can walk over. I'm staying with my grandson just down the road here on Academy.
No, I don't have anything. No.
Oh my God. See, what was happening is we were trying to have a sexual adventure and trying to use a vibrator on me. But the batteries have run dry. They've gone dead. I ran them out, dear.
Okay, good night.
Wait. Maybe you come over and join in.
Okay, that was, I know that totally doesn't sound like B. Arthur. B. Arthur, I'd have to listen to B. Arthur's voice for a little while, but I bet I could do it. With enough practice, I bet I could do B. Arthur. B was Dorothy. I know. And see, I asked you for her last name because I knew it was going to come up. I was trying to keep it the theme, so I had to say it was Dorothy Arthur because that's B. Arthur's last name. Right? Yeah, see. Quick thinking on my feet there. Okay, so let me close that out, Randy Dandy. I'm going to close you out. And Nunu says he found random people called Clown because for the death of him, he wants to keep it the clowny theme. If we can't get real clowns, he wants people named Clown. Okay, let me... Oh, he also said a lot of other stuff. He says, hardly anyone called it, only Carlos. He called Carol Coleman, and she told him to go fuck himself. That's funny. A clowny bitch told him to go fuck himself. That was probably funny. Plus someone else... Oh, hang on. Plus someone else did one other call and accused them of being racist. Maybe complain about the quality of the products, or just tell the clowns that they aren't funny. Be all bitter and say that you should have gotten an award. Also, maybe find out room numbers. Somebody else said I ought to complain that I'm Violent J or Shaggy 2 Dope from Insane Clown Posse, and why the hell wasn't I invited? Also, maybe find out room numbers. No, hardly anyone has called. Try later. Okay, well, there you go.
So maybe they're not all nervous and on edge. They're just all partying in the banquet. They're all piling into Volkswagen Bugs and piling out again, right? That's what clowns do, right? They all pile into They stack themselves up in a clusterfuck in a Volkswagen bus just so they can all jump out and amaze everybody that they fit 20 clowns into a Volkswagen. Dave Clown from Oakland, California. And Purplicious Clown. Well, that's obviously a clowny name. Purplicious Clown from Ventura, California. No one picked up a totally retarded answer machine message worth listening to that needs hacking badly. See, that's one thing. That's one bad thing about Skype is you can't hack phones with Skype. Or if there's a way, I have not yet figured out how, but I'm sure I will eventually because I'm resourceful like that. Yeah.
Hello, this is Lucy from Lucy in the Sky Children's Fun Fantasy Haircutting Shop of 24 years. Your message is ever so important. Leave your number clearly and slowly so I may understand it, and I'll call you back. And so, where did you get your hair cut? I get my hair cut Lucy in the Sky. Oh, for a piece of cake.
I'll speak slowly and clearly so you can hear me. I was thinking of hiring you for my grandson's bar mitzvah because we're in need of a clown, someone to come and do face painting and balloon animals and bubble bullshit and stuff like that. But after listening to that message, I can tell you're a total fucktard, and I'd like to tell you and that little kid, just go fuck yourself. Thank you.
There's Jill, the angry, bitter, anti-child, old cunt.
Good evening.
Hello, I was looking for Dave. Is that you, dear?
Who?
Dave, Mr. Clown, is that you from Oakland, California?
You got the wrong number.
Dave, don't be like that. It's me. It's Ed Rosenthal from Oakland.
Okay.
So, I'm looking to hire... Hello? You douche. I'm calling him right back.
Is there a redial button in Skype? I don't see a redial button, but I'm calling that asshole right back. He'll be amazed at how fast I can redial his goddamn number.
Good evening.
Dave, what are you hanging up on me for like that? You'll make me feel like a dirty animal.
Who's this?
This is Ed Rosenthal.
So quit playing the phone, man. You got anything else to do it yourself?
Well, no, I'm looking to hire a clown. I need some balloon animals and face painting and stuff. Hello.
I'm calling again. Normally I don't do repeated harassment prank calls like this, but I haven't done a good call tonight. I haven't had a good number so far tonight, so let's get this guy angry and get him to curse at me at least.
Listen, Dave, I have all night to do this. You can either keep hanging up on me and I keep calling back, or you just talk to me right once and then we're done, right?
You know what? This call is being traced. We're going to come and get you.
Well, I know where you are. Maybe I'll come and get you. You're still at 1603 Martin Luther King Jr. Highway?
We're going to come to your house and kill you right now.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Well, I'm old, but I put up quite a fight.
I'm calling him back again. I'm having fun now. I haven't done a good aggravation prank call in years. Normally it's against my my rules to do this, but he's just too good to let go.
Dave, what are you wearing? Are you wearing your clowny shoes and your rubber nose?
Who is this?
My name is Ed Rosenthal. I'm sorry to call you Hello.
Ed, listen to me.
Okay.
If you call here one more time, I'm going to pull out my 9mm. I'm going to put 6 shots to your head and put you out of your misery. Copy?
Well, why don't I come down there and we fight like men?
One more time. What is this, number 5? Normally this is against my rules to harass somebody repeatedly like this. But I'll make an exception tonight.
Instead of using guns, why don't I come down there and you and I fight the old-fashioned way with fisticuffs like men?
Okay, we can do that. Meet me down here in 5 minutes. If you don't come, we'll come find you.
I'll be down there, just you and I. None of your bros get involved. Just you and I, mano a mano, as they say.
You know what I'm going to do? Yeah, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
You come down here, I'm going to take you by your nuts. I'm going to slice your nuts off, okay? You got that?
No, we must agree to no weapons. Just fists.
Okay, call number 6. I'm not even drunk yet, and I'm having way too much fun. That should be legally allowable by law.
Surely you're not afraid of an old man like me. Let's agree to no weapons, no blades, no guns, just fists.
Exactly. I'm gonna take my fist. I'm gonna take it all through your chest and fuck you up.
Threaten to slice my nuts off, which implies a blade. But I prefer to fight mano a mano, fisticuffs, like we did in the old days.
You know what I'm gonna do?
You're gonna bang your head on the floor when I knock you out. That's what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna take your neck and I'm gonna squeeze the shit out of you. Literally, shit's gonna come out of you, and you're gonna die.
Well, you're very willing to try, but I have a brown belt.
Okay, let's. That was too much fun. Like I just prank called the same guy like 6-7 times within 2 minutes. Skype is the bomb. I'm approving of this new Skype. This is Ed Rosenthal, and I approve of Skype. Okay, so let me close. No, I can't close New out because he has those clowny numbers. So let me leave that open. Lonesome Loser is blinking. He's got numbers for Blanche Downs. Oh, he wants to get in on the Golden Girl calls. Man. Lonesome Loser apparently approves of the Golden Girl themed calls because he sent me the numbers for 2 different Blanches, one in Louisville, Kentucky, and one in Edenton, North Carolina. And let me start with Blanche from Kentucky. An old woman answered. You know, I like this Skype. And I like this doing the show, like, from the couch, where I can, like, lay back and lounge and relax. The number you dialed is either invalid or does not exist. Okay, maybe I dialed wrong. Let's try it again. 502-361-36... I think the keyboard might be having issues. Maybe I need new batteries. I blame the keyboard.
Hello, is that Blanche? It's me, Dorothy. How you doing, dear? I'm calling.
Who's Dorothy?
Dorothy Arthur here from Louisville, Kentucky. How you doing, dear? It is so
okay.
Good. It's so good to hear your voice again, dear.
I can't know who you are.
As you probably recently heard, I've recently passed, but I've tapped into the phone lines through the ethereal ghost network just to contact you and tell you all the things I should have told you while I was still alive. For example, how much I love you, and how much I was always so attracted to you, and regret that I never made a move.
Who is this?
It's Dorothy Arthur. Haven't you read the papers, dear? I died earlier tonight.
Maybe I went too far on that one. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm having fun tonight. I'm really liking Skype. It's a pity that it took this long for Skype to perfect their shit to the point where I feel comfortable using it on the air, because I've heard other people use it and it constantly crashed, or they constantly got looping or feedback, or fucked up their audio settings. But now it seems like they finally fixed their shit.
Hello?
Hello, Rose. How are you doing, dear? It's me,
Who's
Dorothy.
this?
It's Dorothy.
Dorothy?
Right, Dorothy Arthur from Fallbrook, California. That's me. How are you doing, love?
I don't think I know you, do I?
Of course you do. You're Rose Noonan, aren't you?
Dorothy? Dorothy what?
I live here on Elbrook Drive. You live at number 420, I believe. I live at number 318, so we're just down the street from each other.
Oh, I don't remember you. How do you know
The
each
reason why
other?
I'm calling is I have an emergency. I'm in desperate need of D-cell batteries.
I beg your pardon. Wait, let me turn off the television. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay, now, Dorothy?
First of all, let me apologize for my voice. Last time I spoke to you, I didn't sound like this. But I've recently been diagnosed with throat cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, don't worry about it, dear. It's not your fault. But why I'm calling is I'm in need of D-cell batteries here.
You what?
D-cell batteries. I have to go down into the basement, and the flashlight is out of batteries.
You need a battery?
Right, I was running my hot curlers in the toaster oven at the same time, and I blew a fuse, and the lights are out, so I gotta go reset the circuit breaker. But the lights are off in the basement, so I need a flashlight, but my batteries are dead, so I need to borrow some batteries.
Well, what can I do? I can't bring them to you.
Well, no, I'll send my husband to go get them.
I don't have any batteries with me. There's some in the store here. They have a store, and they sell batteries, you know. You know where I am. I'm at Silvergate.
Are they open right now? I thought they closed down.
Beg pardon?
I thought they were closed. Are they open right now?
No, they're not open now.
See, that doesn't help me then.
I'm sorry, I don't have any in my apartment here.
Maybe
I
you
wish
have a
I could.
flashlight I could borrow.
Why don't you call the office here and see if they can help you?
There was no answer. I called already and nobody picked up.
There's nobody there? There's always somebody there.
Well, they weren't. If there's somebody there, they're not picking up. It called and rang, and then it went to voicemail.
Do you have the number? What's the number do you have?
The number I have is 731-658.
No, 728.
Oh, you're telling me I have the wrong number?
728 is the number. The office number here at Silvergate. You got it?
Oh, I got it. Thank you for your help.
That's the best I can do. I'm sorry.
Rose,
I hope
if you're ever lonely,
you'll be all right. Bye-bye.
Wait, Rose. Don't hang up yet.
Bye.
If you're ever lonely, I'd like to invite you to come over and play bridge with me and the other girls on Monday night.
I don't play bridge.
Well, we can teach you how.
I used to, but I don't know. And this is, what is your name again?
It's Dorothy.
Dorothy. Your voice isn't familiar to me. That's why I don't know.
Well, that's like I said last time I spoke to you. I didn't sound like this because I didn't have the throat cancer, but they recently removed a part of my larynx.
I'm sorry about that.
Well, don't be sorry.
Okay.
I'm happy to be alive.
You take care now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You too, honey. Hope your vagina smells nice.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so now, what was the name of that elderly community that she said? I forgot. I wrote the number down. That's the number Rose knew. Ooh, they picked up and hung up. I can tell with Skype when they just pick up. Well, I can tell with a cell phone too, but they just picked up and hung right up on my ass.
So we can forward this one and I'll help you.
Hello, I just tried to call moments ago and somebody picked up and hung up on me. Was that you?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
Hello?
Why would you
Hello?
do that? I'm an elderly woman in need of help. Why would you pick up the phone?
Who is this?
Why would you pick up and hang up on me like that?
Who is this?
My name is Dorothy Arthur, and I'm staying with my grandson here in Fallbrook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure of the exact address. 318 Bellbrook Drive, that's it.
318?
Listen, I was firing up my hot kerners, and I had something in the toaster oven at the same time.
Uh-huh.
I blew a fuse and the lights are out. And I need to go down to the basement and reset the circuit breaker, but I have no light to get down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was hoping maybe somebody can run some batteries over for my flashlight, or maybe go down there and reset the circuit breaker for me so I don't break my head going down there, because my grandson is out for the night. He met a girl on the line and he has a date tonight.
Oh.
I'm an elderly woman with throat cancer and a frozen pizza in the toaster oven. I'm hungry and I'm in the dark here and I need some help.
What's your room number?
318.
318?
Right. Mrs. Noonan gave me the number.
Mrs. who?
Since I'm not from here, I didn't have the number.
Oh, right.
Mrs. Noonan said to call 728.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And she said you'd send somebody out to help me.
Okay, well, to tell you the truth, I can't do anything about this because I'm not here at the department at Silvergate, but I could actually tell someone actually to help you out.
Well, I don't care if you come or you send someone, but I just need some help here.
And was it 318?
I don't drive anymore, otherwise I'd just go to the store and buy some batteries, but they took my license away because I don't see so good no more. My eyes go crazy.
Uh-huh. And who gave you this number, ma'am?
It was Mrs. Noonan. She lives at 420. Apparently she's friends with my grandson because I found her number in his Rolodex.
Oh, it's Mrs. Noonan?
Right, Mrs. Noonan. When I spoke to her, she told me she wasn't feeling very well either. She said she was having a heart palpitation, so maybe you want to send someone to check on her too.
What's her room? What was her room number?
420.
Okay.
Would you like a phone number?
No, I got the phone number right here, man.
That's
so yeah,
380.
I'll tell one of the caregivers to check on her.
She said she had tripped over a dog and she fell and hit her head and she wasn't feeling well and she was having heart trouble. She's a complainer. Yeah.
Oh. Alright, well, I'll send someone over there right now and check on her.
Okay.
One moment, can you hold that?
Well, what about me? I need help too. I'm more.
Yeah.
I call.
318, right, man?
So send someone here first.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this call right now. I'm gonna put you on hold right now, and I'm gonna try to see what I can do right now.
Okay, my hot kernels are getting cold, and I need to do my before bed.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Should I hold, or should I say goodnight, or what?
Well, I'll try. I'm gonna see what I can do for you, and it's 3118. Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do. Is that it, man?
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Now Mrs. Noonan is going to get an unexpected visitor because she tripped over a dog and hit her head, and she's in desperate need of assistance. Anyway, like I said, I'm hungry, so I'm guzzling iced tea to fill up my stomach and make me feel not hungry. But now, as a side effect, I have to pee. So let me go do so. I'll be back very shortly. Very shortly.
don't you bury my bones. Keep me around.
I'm taking a little bit of an extended break here to allow you guys some time to send me in your names, numbers, and ideas for prank calls. And some of you are. Henrietta Vagina is sending in numbers for Teresa Garcia, some bitchy lady I just called up a few minutes ago and she picked up. Kirby, really annoying chick I work with. Try and keep her on the phone as long as possible. Kirby's last name is probably going to be necessary for me to keep her on the line. Pamela Hester, she owns this shitty roller skating rink that nobody goes to anymore. Who the hell goes to a roller skating rink? What is this, 1975? She likes to bitch at people at other businesses and brag about how great her employees are. Well, that's good. Nice to have a boss who stands up for you. Rachel Cockburn, happy-sounding woman, picked up. Oh, I can make her unhappy real quick. Janet P. Glasscock, weird-sounding lady, picked up. Maybe I can act like I'm trying to get a hold of famous drag queen Rebecca Glasscock. A porn shop in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Renee Bislin, kind of an airhead, likes to brag about her wedding plans to everyone who will listen. Yeah, desperate bitches. And Lonesome Loser sending in more Golden Girls themed numbers. The last person I called was Rose Noonan, but we also have Rose May Neely, Sophia Daniels, Blanche Johnson. I reckon most of the clowns will be back in the rooms by now. They have a clown worship service tomorrow. That sounds so disturbing. A clown worship service. That sounds more disturbing than something Roman Catholic.
Knit a sweater from my hair, string a necklace of teeth, or just leave me there on the back porch where I can feel the breeze.
Welcome to this year's clown worship service.
Keep me around my whole life long, and when I'm gone, don't you bury my bones.
Keep me around. When I come back after the song, we're going to go back to the clowns and see if they're back in the rooms, and if not, then we're going to go on with the Golden Girl calls and maybe the roller rink lady or whatever. We'll see what we can do. But it's almost midnight, so I wanted to make sure I got in here and pleaded to people to send me your UK wake-up numbers. It's sort of become standard on the show over the past couple of years that I devote the last hour of the show to overseas UK wake-up calls. So it's very late right now in Scotland, Ireland, England, and I really enjoy waking up these nice, polite people because I'm a douche. So send me your numbers, kdkprankcalls.com, kdkpranks on AIM, fartsteam.com, pcradio.com. There's a kerbillion ways to get in touch with me and send me numbers for people that you want me to call overseas, as they would say in the Jerky Boys, overseas, and we'll do that when we're done with the clowns and the Golden Girls. I'm still sad B. Arthur's dead. Maybe I want to play... Let me go and find some sad music I can play for the death of B. Arthur. It's a tragedy. To be honest with you, I'm surprised B. Arthur hasn't been dead for 10 years already. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to lament the loss of one of the great ones, the late, great Beatrice Arthur, who would want to be remembered no other way than here on KDK's Lunatic Fringe. Maybe I ought to send some flowers.
Our hearts and prayers go out to my fellow throat cancer-sounding lady, B. Arthur. Maud, if you will.
Keep me around. It's not that I'm jealous.
Keep me around.
her whole life long. And when she's gone, don't you bury her bones, just keep her around.
I'd just make a lovely stand for umbrellas, and you can toss your keys into the caps of my knees. When you come back from town, keep me around my whole life long. And when I'm gone, don't you bury my bones.
Maybe I ought to do... I wish I'd known that B died beforehand, or I could have planned for this. Let me clear my throat, because I'm going to sing. I've gotten like 3 or 4 shots in me, and I'm on an empty stomach, so I'm tipsy enough to sing on the air. You know. Let me pour shot number 5 here. I'm probably going to have to cut myself off after this, otherwise I'm going to be like sick and puking till 2 in the morning. Normally I'd be drinking twice that much during the show, but being that I haven't eaten anything today. No, actually I did eat today. I ate... What did I have to eat today? I had a mozzarella stick and a chicken finger. No, a chicken tender. There you go. That's what I ate today. That's why I'm fucking starving right now. That's why I'm angry and hungry. Keep me around her whole life long, and when she's gone, don't you bury her bones, just keep me around. Make a sweater from her hair, string a necklace of teeth, or just lean her there on the back porch where she can feel the breeze. Keep me around her whole life long, and when she's gone, we won't bury her bones. We'll keep her around. It's not that we're jealous. She just make a lovely stand for umbrellas, and we can toss our keys into the caps of her knees when we come back from town. I'm fucking up all the lines. If they were in front of me, I could read them, but this song is so unpopular, they're not posted anywhere online. It's Ben Arthur with Keep Me Around. My favorite song of the week. It's going for like 2 or 3 weeks steady, still my favorite song. I like songs about death and self-deprecating songs.
Keep me around. Pickle my fingers in liquor,
leave them lie in a drawer, and you can hang your clothes from what's made out of her toes on the back of your door. Oh, keep me around your whole life long. You can watch Maud reruns and Golden Girl bullshit until the come of dawn. Whatever.
Leave them lie in a drawer, and you can hang your clothes from hooks made out of my toes on the back of the door. Keep me around my whole life long, and when I'm gone, don't you bury my bones.
And when she's gone, don't you bury my bones. And when she's gone, don't you bury her bones. Make a bong from her skull. There you go. Make a bong from B. Arthur's skull. And the crowd applauds the idea. It's sad to see B. Arthur gone. Although I expected her to be dead 10, 15, 20 years ago. Because she was fucking ancient. And someone's blinking here. Let me see what we had to read. Oh, it's Lonesome Loser sitting in more numbers for Rose Lincoln, Blanche Johnson, Sophia Daniels. Man. Still no UK wake-up numbers coming in yet. So, I guess I'm going to have to continue. Where did I leave off? Oh,
you doing, dear Rosie May? Oh my God, it's been so long since I've talked to you.
Oh.
It's me.
Who is it?
It's Dorothy Arthur. How you doing, love?
Who?
It's Dorothy Arthur. Are you still living in Boulevard?
Oh. All right.
Right, wonderful. How you doing, dear? How's your health and whatnot?
I'm calling her right back.
Hello.
Rose, what are you hanging up on me for, dear? It's me, it's Dorothy Arthur.
Who is this?
It's Dorothy Arthur for Rosie May Neely. That's you, Rosie May.
No, who is this?
Is Rosie... That's not you, Rosie May. Where is Rosie May?
She going. She want to know who is this playing on the phone.
No. I just spoke with Rosie May.
She said, well, she don't know who you is.
Oh, she probably doesn't recognize my voice because I have the throat cancer, so I sound quite different now than I used to.
She still don't know who you is.
My name is Dorothy Arthur from Boulevard.
Nobody don't know you.
Well, you don't know me because you're her caregiver or something.
Angry old people. Okay, let me move on. Maybe I'll come back to her, but I don't think I'm going to get anywhere with her, so let me move on to the next person. People are being rude tonight to me. I'm trying to be so nice, and people are being rude and angry, bitchy with me.
Hello.
Hello, Sophia. Oh,
Nancy.
dear Lord and baby Jesus, I'm so happy I got in touch with you. Oh, my Lord. How are you doing, dear?
Who is this?
This is Dorothy Arthur.
Who?
Dorothy Arthur. You remember?
Who?
You remember from Winterville. Listen, the reason why I'm calling is because I've been recently diagnosed with throat cancer. That's why I sound the way I do. So I was just calling everybody in my little black book to say goodbye because I don't have long.
You said Dora from Winterville?
Dorothy Arthur from Winterville, right. This doesn't sound like Sophia. Is this Sophia?
Where I know you from?
I know you from right here in Winterville. Many years ago. I probably haven't spoken to you in many, many years because I haven't been well for decades.
You probably got the wrong Sophia.
First, I was addicted to prescription medications for many years, and then I became sort of a recluse, growing my fingernails to extraordinary proportions and saving my spittle in jars. But now I'm back, better than ever, even though I'm on my deathbed. And I'm calling my old friends and saying goodbye.
I think you got the wrong Sophia there.
You probably don't recognize my voice now because of the throat cancer. Many people say I sound like...
No, I'm young. I'm very young. That's why I said I think you have the wrong one.
How are you, Sophia Jr.?
No, ma'am.
There's no Sophia Sr.?
No, ma'am.
Let me understand. You're a middle-aged black woman, are you not?
Say what?
You are a middle-aged black woman. You're in your 30s, right?
No, ma'am.
I remember when you were a little girl, you used to come over for ice cream. Your favorite was watermelon Italian ice. You remember the Italian ices? You eat them with a wooden spoon.
No, that's why I think you have the wrong one.
No, Sophia, it's me. Don't be like this.
I'm sorry, young lady. I don't mean to be rude, but you had the wrong Sophia. I'm not that Sophia you're talking about.
Okay, but you don't remember the Italian ice. And how would I know that watermelon Italian ice is your favorite?
Because I don't like watermelon.
Well, not watermelon, but watermelon-flavored Italian ice. That was always your favorite. You scrape it with a wooden spoon and lick it off. You could go through a good 3 or 4 of those in an afternoon.
Nah. You got the wrong person.
I used to get the vapors and sit out on the porch, and the neighborhood kids would come over, and I would treat them to Italian ice and watermelon.
Okay, and where did you stay at?
What's that?
Where did you stay at?
Right here in Cape Girardeau. Girardeau.
I'm not from out of Winterville.
What? You're in Missouri still, right?
You have the wrong Sophia. I'm so sorry, young lady. I'm about to hang up, but I'm not the young lady you think I am.
Oh, there's
I'm
nothing
somebody
young
else.
about me. I'm 87 years young.
Ma'am?
Well, I'm sorry to bother you. It sounds like I had the wrong person, even though I knew a
you
Blanche
did.
Johnson who lived in Girardeau, Missouri, and I looked it up in the phone book, and I got your number, so... But maybe you're a different Blanche Johnson.
All right. You have a good day.
You too. Keep your vagina fresh.
Huh?
Keep your vagina fresh. Words of advice, words to live by. That's what my mother always said to me. Put on your rubbers, put on your raincoat, put on a winter coat, and keep your vagina fresh. That's what she always said.
Oh, that was fun. I'm starving to death, but I'm still having fun over here. And it's way too late for me to eat, so if anything, I'm going to have like a bowl of like soup, and I fucking hate soup. I'd probably rather eat nothing than eat soup. Okay, I think I typed that in wrong. Actually, I think I might be a little too far away from the computer. I think it's fucking with the keyboard, the wireless keyboard. Now I know for next week I at least have a chair in the middle of the room instead of on the couch where I am right now, like a lazy bitch. Oh, MacGruber, I wasn't going for the racist angle there. Italian Ice just happens to be my favorite, so that's why I said that.
Hello, how are you doing, dear? Is this Rose Lincoln?
No.
Oh, is Rose there, please? This is Mrs. Dorothy Arthur, looking for Rose Lincoln.
Dorothy Barker.
Right, for Rose Lincoln. Is this Rose's daughter?
May I ask you if you'd like to leave a message?
Well, I'd rather speak to her in person. If I can't, I suppose I can call back at a better time.
All right.
When's a good time for me to call back and give her
Anytime.
Oh, you rude bitch.
Let's call her right back because she was rude to me. It's so easy to like recall people once they're rude to me with this new Skype. I really do feel like Ed Rosenthal, like discovering Skype for the first time. Like I said, I tried Skype years ago and it was totally fucked up, so I shied away from it for years. But now they appear to have fixed their shit. You know, it never came up in that call that the person I was talking to was black. So for you to assume that I was bringing up watermelon Italian Ice because she was black is racist on your own part. You're exposing yourself as a racist by saying that's obviously a black woman with a voice like that. But there was no racism in my heart. I was saying watermelon Italian Ice because that is my own personal favorite flavor. I love Italian ices when I was a kid, and I used to eat them with a wooden spoon, and I used to love when you get to the bottom where all the syrup had settled, and it was always thicker and sugarier at the very bottom of the cup, right? Yeah. So let me play something to stall for more numbers to come in. I just closed out Lonesome Loser because I've called every number that you sent here. And I'm going to close out Cosmo Kramer because he was calling at a very inopportune time. Not that I didn't want to talk to him, but he was probably trying to talk business, and I'm on the air trying to do like prank calls and shit. So send me your names, numbers, and ideas for UK wake-up calls that you would like me to do. Let me put a moratorium on US calls, because now let's go overseas and wake up and harass people in Ireland and Scotland. I'd like to call up Scotland. I'd like to wear a kilt. I'd like to show off my 2 legs and do just what I will. I remember they came in cherry, and they came in lemon, and they came in watermelon, and they didn't really have a whole lot of other flavors. That was pretty much it. Or at least that's the only flavors that our local ice cream man carried. Which reminds me of a funny story. There was, I hear circus music outside the other day. I had the day off from work, so I was just like hanging around the house playing video games all day. And I hear like really loud circus music going on outside. And so I peek out the door and I see that there's an ice cream man there. Maybe I need to explain what an ice cream man is, because they probably don't exist in all parts of the world or all areas of U.S. even. But an ice cream truck is basically a pedophile. Well, not necessarily a pedophile, but a creepy guy who drives around in a refrigerated truck, and he sells ice cream out of an open window in the side of the truck, sort of like a sandwich mobile. You'll find like park where the construction workers hang out or something. But yeah, I heard this loud music, and I was actually really heartened by the idea, because I haven't seen an ice cream man in many years. They were always very common where I grew up, because I grew up in somewhat of a wealthy neighborhood near a beach. So the ice cream man would always troll the neighborhood playing his like little jingle-jangle music. But I was surprised to hear such loud digital music playing, like digital circus music, almost like the circus music I was playing earlier, like playing and attracting and calling all the kids for miles around to come and buy an ice cream. So I was looking out the door and I see the ice cream truck, and for some reason I just picked up the video camera and I started recording the ice cream truck, like out by the road, which is like, the road is like 40 feet away or something. So I'm just recording it because I thought it would be a funny video for me to play for my sister next time I see her, just to bring back old memories of the times when, you know, we used to run after the ice cream man, run after the ice cream truck trying to buy an ice cream. And, all the kids were going up and buying their ice cream and then walking away. And these 2 kids are walking by. They're walking by my door while I have the camera, like, pointed at the ice cream truck. And there's this one, like, fat little fuck bastard of a kid, like, walking by saying, "What are you recording? Why are you recording? I didn't give you my permission to record me. Why are you recording for? You need my consent to record me." And it's actually a pretty funny video, because I totally blew him off and ignored him. And he got angrier and angrier the more I ignored him. It's a funny video. I'll have to put it up on the site. If I were feeling more dicky, I would have said, "Go fuck yourself. You're in public, and when you're in public, you're giving up how is the way they legally phrase it? When you go out in public, you're giving up your right to reasonable anonymity," or however they put it. Basically, when you're in public, when you appear in public, anybody can record you and do whatever they want with a videotape. That's why you go into a store and you're being videotaped. You know, you're on surveillance cameras and you're being videotaped in virtually any store you go into. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can never sue anybody over it. Same goes for me. I could set up surveillance cameras out there that point out at the courtyard, and guess what? Crab Girl goes out and bumpers around, and I put the video on YouTube there, and the goddamn thing you can do about it, because you decided to come out of your house, thus relinquishing your expectation of privacy. That's how they put it. When you're in public, you relinquish your expectation of privacy. It's different if I were to, like, just sneak up to the window and point a camera through an open curtain. But if you're out in public and I have a camera in plain view or plain sight, there ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Hey, KDK, I'm an old listener from yesteryear. Good to see that you're still up in action, says Dr. Phil. I remember you, Dr. Phil. You're not from that long ago. It hasn't been that long ago since you listened. At least not in my terms. God, I've been around like 8-9 years, so you've been away for like a year and a half. That ain't nothing. As the blink of an eye to an old fucktard like me.
Hello?
Hello, is Teresa there, please? This is Ed Rosenthal.
What? Just one second.
Hello?
Teresa, how are you doing, dear? It's me. It's Ed Rosenthal from down the way. How are you doing,
sorry.
dear?
Pardon me?
Apparently you're a friend of my wife, Jill. I don't think I've ever met you before, but Jill said I ought to give you a call because we were trying to have a little fun earlier and ran out of batteries, if you know what I mean.
No, I don't.
She said call you up and ask to borrow some D-cell batteries, and she'll gladly pay you or return the favor, or replace them with new batteries on Monday. You have a flashlight that uses D-cell batteries or something? Teresa? Hello? Jill says you're a friend of hers. She says call up Teresa. She always helps me out. Try call. She would have called herself, except she's busy in the sink rinsing out her vagina. Hello? You know, Jill said you were an angry woman. Like Okay, Teresa apparently is really angry. She didn't want to say shit, but hang up. Okay, Kirby, a really annoying chick I work with. Try and keep her on the phone as long as possible, and then let me scroll down, because I remember seeing that he came back with Kirby's last name. And, what was... Kirby McCubbin. Kirby McCubbin. That is a great name. Kirby McCubbin here with you. Let's call up Kirby McCubbin.
Hello?
Hello, is this Kirby McCubbin?
Please stop calling me, thank you.
Wait, I never called... Oh, you bitch! Please stop calling me. I haven't called you before, you stupid bitch. You think every anonymous number is the same person?
Hello?
What are you hanging up on me for? You don't even know why I'm calling.
Who is this calling?
My name is Ed Rosenthal, and you don't know me, but you work with my granddaughter. And she's very upset tonight. She says you've been picking on her and making fun of her at work.
I'm sorry, I don't work with anybody by that last name here, and the only girl that I work with is working with me right now. Thank you, bye.
Cunt. Okay, now I'm calling back all angry and shit.
Do not call me ever again.
Listen, you fat ugly bitch. I'm gonna keep calling until she's gonna stay on the line for more than 3 seconds.
Hi, this is Kirby McCubbin. I'm not available to take your call right now, but if you'd like to leave your name, number, and a short message, I'd be glad to get back to you. All right, thank you.
Listen, you fat, ugly bitch. If you don't stop picking on my granddaughter, I'm going to send somebody around to give you what for, by God. See, I cut myself off from... I was about to threaten her, and I'm like, oh, no, I'm not allowed to threaten to hurt people, so... I had to cut myself off there. I'll send someone around to give you what for, by God. Okay. Pamela Hester owns this shitty roller skating rink that nobody goes to anymore. She likes to bitch at people at other businesses and brag about how great her employees are. So maybe I'm going to challenge her to a softball game between my employees and hers. Or something stupid like that. Really, she'll probably just be suspicious and hang up on me like that last twat. Yeah, that twat.
No one is available to take your call.
Okay, that was Pamela Hester. Nobody available to take my call. Next is Rachel Cockburn, a happy-sounding woman. Well, I bet I can remedy her happiness. Right quick. Maybe I want to talk to her about Jesus. Super crazy, retarded, ridiculous loud. Hello, how are you doing, dear? I'm looking for Rachel Cockburn, please.
Who's trying to reach Rachel Cockburn?
My name is Ed Rosenthal.
Okay, Okay, well that's the maiden name of my wife, but can you tell me what it's regarding?
I'm not related in any way. I'm just a family friend, Ed Rosenthal.
Okay, so, well let me take your name and number.
We are distantly related, but not that I know of. Maybe we are distantly related, but I don't think so.
So sorry, give me your name and I'll take down a number and I'll pass on a message.
Well, can you not put her on the line?
She's not here.
Oh, she's out. Okay, when's a good time for me to call back?
I don't know. We're out most of tomorrow. But give me your name and number, and I'll.
I like your accent. Can I ask where you're from?
Sorry, can you give me your name again?
I'm sorry. I'm a family friend, and I don't think I've met you yet. But I really do adore your accent. So where are you from?
Well, I'm a little confused as to...
Personally, I come from the UK as well. We're brothers, you and I.
I'm sorry, sir. This seems to be a very strange phone call. What was your name again?
My name is Ed Rosenthal.
Okay.
Born in the UK, but raised the past 30 years here in the United States.
Okay, and what number can I pass on to my wife?
Well, I'd rather speak to her in person, if I may. She hasn't spoken to me in maybe 9 or 10 years. I'm a family friend, and I was calling with some news about an acquaintance who's become very, very ill. And I don't want to break bad news except in person. You understand?
I understand, so that's why if you give me your number, she can call you back and arrange a time to talk.
Is she that busy? Well, how about tomorrow at 5 p.m.? Right after tea.
I think we're out at 5 because we're out with some friends.
Does she not
You're not prepared to give me a number at which she can call you?
Well, I'm traveling right now, so I'm not at home, and my cell phone reception is very spotty. Right now I'm in Bangalore, and it took all I could find just to find some kind of satellite uplink to make the call.
So there's no hotel you're staying at. There's no number you can be reached at.
Of course there is, but I'm in Bangalore. It's in India. You know,
I understand that Bangalore is in India, sir, but they have phones there too.
What? Well, would you like to take a message? You have a pen?
Yes, I have a pen. I've taken down your name, sir, and I'm waiting for a phone number.
Well, I'll leave you a message and then a phone number. The message is, are you ready?
Yes.
Loretta, there was a horrible accident at a barbecue. Loretta accidentally burnt half of her face off. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll go on.
Okay. And Loretta who? What's Loretta's surname?
Loretta Rosenthal.
Okay.
My daughter. She put too much petrol on the fire, threw a match, and it was too close, and it singed off her eyebrows and burned off maybe half of her face. Horrible sight.
Sorry to hear that, sir.
Well, it's not your fault. She should have known better, but she was drinking, and maybe her breath was flammable. That was maybe part of the problem. So if you'd like to call me back, are you ready?
Yes.
The number here, I'm going to give you an 800 number because I'm not sure where I'm going to be. I'm traveling around a lot. I'm in Bangalore now. Tomorrow I'll be in Pakistan. By 5 p.m. tomorrow I'll be in Pakistan, and God knows if I'll be able to find another uplink to call anyone. But I have an 800 number where she can call me, and it'll redirect to my cell phone wherever I am in the world.
Okay, 1-800?
No, it's 1-877. It's toll free, though. But
Okay.
it's 1-877-651-3278.
3278.
Right, and that'll ring directly through to my cell phone. If I'm available to receive service, wherever I am, it'll ring through to me. So whenever she gets a chance to call, she can call and I'll give her an update about Loretta's condition. She's not doing well right now. They're doing skin grafts. Last time I spoke to the surgeon, he said they were going to be able to maybe repair most of the damage, removing skin from a bum and putting it on a face, and her eyebrows apparently will grow back on their own.
Okay, I'll pass on the message, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sorry to bother you. Sorry to call so late, but as you can hear, it was important.
Understood. Safe travel, sir. I'll pass on the message.
You too, thank you. Bye-bye. I love how I always dip back into the well of Rebecca's face being on fire, Loretta's face being on fire. I love that. Loretta's always burning her face off, that stupid bitch. Oh, and no bullshitters reminded me, no UK calls tonight because I'm supposed to go back to the clown calls. Apparently their convention ended by midnight. Somebody said that the guy on the phone said they were ending at 11, but apparently my time, that means midnight. So all the clowns are hopefully back in their rooms. They're done from doing their clown hookups or whatever they do. Imagine what clown sex must be like. Do they wear their full clown regalia, like when they do their hookups, like floppy shoes and rubber noses and fright wigs and stuff like that? There's probably a whole market out there for, like, clown porn. The cats have been quiet up until now because, like I said, somebody puked on the floor and they're all afraid they're going to get yelled at for it. Even though I know exactly who it was and I'm glaring him straight in the eye. Bad! Bad! And he's the only one to run away. It's so easy to tell who did something wrong. All you gotta do is stare at all of them and go, bad! And the one who did something bad is the first one to run. That's funny. I'm not mad, though. KDK's Lunatic Fringe, you're on the air.
Hello, this is Lunatic Fringe. I can't listen to I heard the news. The news about Loretta.
Hola, Pato.
It's the Glasscock.
Oh, Mrs. Glasscock. I'm your biggest
You know why
fan.
they call me that?
I saw you on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
Right. Beautiful, wonderful Negro.
Thank you. I just want to all hang out, and by all I mean not all.
Really, I can seriously hardly understand you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're
What's
sorry.
up?
Who is this?
Sorry. It's Dr. Phil. What's up?
Wow, Dr. Phil, it's been a while since I've spoken to you. Welcome back, man.
Thank you. I just decided to, something happened in my head, and I checked you out tonight.
You're sounding
Here I
very
am.
gay tonight.
Thank you. I don't know. I've been drinking a lot and smoking a lot. That's probably it.
Fill me in, because I hardly remember. Last time I spoke to you was probably like 2 years ago. Are you gay or straight or
Probably.
bi?
I'm bi.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Let me play some applause music for you.
Thank you.
I'm playing applause music for you. Not really, but I'm pretending. Clap, 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 clap,
well.
clap. It
I'll
sounds
still
more like
take this,
fat
guys.
than clap.
Yep.
So what have you been up to, and why have you been away?
Not too much. I was living on the East Coast before. I'm living on the West Coast now. So I guess that's something.
What prompted the change?
What prompted the change? Time to get away from the parents, live on my own, that whole thing.
Yeah, but why move to something so expensive?
I was in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is kind of expensive. Not as expensive as LA.
Of course.
But
I don't know. I just need to move, and I eventually want to get into film, so I want to be out here, so...
You want to get into film? You want to be an actor, producer, writer, director? What do you want to be?
I would want to be a director eventually.
Oh, good for you. What kind? What kind of movies would you... If you were to make your perfect movie, what kind of movie would it be?
It would probably be something completely fucked up. It would probably blow people's minds, and they wouldn't know what to say about it.
Okay. What I mean is like comedy or drama or horror or thriller or action. What kind of genre would it be?
I would probably be somewhere between comedy and something a little more serious. I don't know.
So like
you
comedic
never know.
drama?
Possibly.
Like
you could call it
Terms of
that.
Endearment or something.
No, nothing that happy, but
nothing that heavy.
You know, yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Though I wouldn't. You know.
So what have you done
Kind of
to gain an inroad into the movie industry?
What have I done? Not much. I'm kind of a student right now, so I'm just kind of doing that. I'm going to go to school in a little bit, so.
What kind of work have you gotten now? You're out in LA now. What kind of work have you gotten so far?
Well, I haven't really gotten much. I don't really have much experience, so I'm going to school for a year. And hopefully, but I'm 19.
Okay. Oh, well, there you go. You're still too young.
So, yeah. So, well, I'm thinking after school, then I'll transition into work after a year, and then we'll see how that stuff works out. But until then, yeah.
So what do you think of the show so far tonight? My first night using Skype. What do you think of it so far?
I think it's okay. It's a little different, you know. You don't have the traditional ringing. You have that weird little jingle that Skype plays. You know what? What else? Yeah, what else? Whatever works. Yeah, it's a little bizarre. I wonder if it'll ever change, or we'll start playing other melodies, or who knows. But I think it's great. I think some of the people wanted to hear more of the clown calls.
I'm realizing now that I fucked up. I accidentally closed out Nunu's window, which had all the clowny info for me to prank call the clowns tonight, and I lost it all. So, Nunu, if you want to bother. If you don't want to bother, I understand. But if you want me to call the clowns, I'm going to need names and numbers again, because I'm a stupid bitch. And I closed out your clowny window. Henrietta Vagina. Going out to Henrietta Vagina.
Henry Vagina's not picking up? I got the answer machine.
Right now, so
Okay, leave a message.
number and we'll call you back. Bye.
Hand me the call help. Yes, this call is in regards to H, vagina. I was just wondering, what does that mean? Does that stand for hairy, or horrendous, hideous? Well, here, my friend has a couple questions, so here he is.
Hello, my name is Joe Rosenthal, and I'm calling looking for Henrietta Vagina.
Who the fuck is this?
Hello. My name is Joe Rosenthal.
Who the fuck is this?
Joe friggin' Rosenthal. Would you believe?
Do you want to die?
Well, not yet.
Motherfucker, I'll kill you.
Who the hell do you think you are? Hello, motherfucker.
What the fuck is this? Who is this?
My name is Joe friggin' Rosenthal.
Joe Rosenthal.
No, not Joe. Chill, I'm a woman. I have lung cancer. Do you mind?
Fuck you. Dude, you got issues.
What the hell? I'm just calling. I'm looking for Henrietta Vagina. Is she there or not? Is this the Vagina household?
I'm going to find out who this is. I know this is someone from school. I'm going to kill her.
I'm sorry, but you know what? There's no friggin' way in hell you can figure out who this is, because I'm just someone looking for Henrietta Vagina. Is she there?
Yeah, right here.
You are a man. You're obviously not a Henrietta. Are you Henry Vagina?
I haven't had one of these for a while, but you know what?
Are you a vagina?
Yes, I sure am.
What is your first name? Harry? Excuse me?
It's Henrietta.
No, it's not.
Yes,
You're just fooling with me.
Yes, it is. No,
you're just playing with an old woman, and that's cool.
I'm dead serious.
You who? Who? Hello? It says in the phone book, H vagina. Are you Henry?
Hello? No, this is vagina. What do you need?
Vagina.
Don't mess with me, man. I know what you...
Well, then...
Who did it? What do you need?
What the hell?
You know, I remember now. The guy's name was Hank Vagina. Can somebody go online real quick and find the number for Hank Vagina, and we can do a good sequel to this call.
Hey, who the fuck? Fuck you. You got issues.
What the hell? I'm just calling. I'm looking for a man. You're obviously not a Henrietta. Are you Henry Vagina?
I haven't had one of these for a while, but you know what?
Are you a vagina?
Yes, I sure am.
What is your first name? Harry. Excuse me?
It's Henrietta.
No, it's not.
Yes,
You're just fooling with me.
Yes, it is. No,
you're just playing with an old woman, and that's cool.
I'm dead serious.
You who? Who?
Hello?
It says in the phone book, H vagina. Are you Henry?
Hello? No, this is vagina. What do you need?
Vagina.
Don't mess with me, man. I know what you...
Well, then...
Who did it? What do you need?
What the hell is wrong with you? Are you mocking me?
No, what are you talking about?
What the hell is wrong with you?
What do you need? Huh?
You're just playing with an old woman, and I think it's cool.
What do you need?
You know it's not my fault I had the lung cancer.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're a bastard.
No, I'm not.
You're a bastard.
You sound like a stupid old whore. I bet you came from Italy, didn't you? You got your hairy armpits and no showers, don't you?
What the hell is wrong with you?
What's your name?
What's this word?
I love it when a victim tries to be funnier than me, and they say, you got your hairy armpits and no showers, don't you? Doesn't even make sense. But it's funny, the fact that a victim is trying to stand up for himself and failing so miserably, making a fool out of himself against me, the vagina muddy. What name did I use in this call? Did I use Jill? Yeah, I did use Jill.
What's your name? What's happening to young people these days? They talk to their elders this way. What's wrong with this world?
I don't even know what these kids
I don't even want to live in a world like this anymore.
Oh, Dr. Phil says he found Hank Vagina. Send me the number. We'll call him back. We'll recognize the voice. What a great follow-up. It's been like 6 or 7 years since I called this asshole. Now I can call him again.
Can't get any more. What are you children doing these days? We ought to have a talk, shouldn't we?
I'm going to call back, and I'm going to talk to your mother.
All right. Let me talk to your mother. I need to talk to her.
You know what? She's going to throw all your friggin' clothes out the window.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm telling your mother about your dirty magazines, young man, because I know about them. I seen your I Love to Spank Young Men magazines behind your bed.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
I have them locked in the cabinet.
No, you don't. I know about those, young man.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna get you because you know. I know. Everyone knows about your young child fetish magazine.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Hold on. Let me get a shot of bourbon.
Oh, yeah. Pass that shit. I need some, eh? You kicked my dog.
No, I didn't.
You kicked my dog.
Okay, well, you have a good evening.
I know damn well you kicked my dog.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even remember that part. This guy's obviously a prank call fan if he knows Kurt Powell, you kicked my dog. This asshole thinks I'm Kurt Powell.
Well, you have a good evening.
No, you don't, fuck you.
Is your last name really Vagina?
Uh-huh. Sure he is.
So I bet you probably get a lot of these prank calls.
Oh, yeah? Why don't you talk to me for a second, because I know you kicked my dog. Huh?
I bet you probably get a lot of prank calls, huh?
Are you an illegal Mexican?
You don't know who you're talking to, do you?
Oh, I don't, do I?
I am world famous.
Oh, so am I, eh?
Well, with a name like Vagina, I wouldn't doubt it.
Oh, I am, huh? I made it up myself. How'd you know? I put it in there because I like the phone calls. I think it's kinky.
May I have your permission to record your voice and release it on my next CD?
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you.
What?
Excuse me.
Huh?
Did I break wind?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You have a good evening.
I think that might be the only prank call I've ever done where I've gotten the idiot to agree to give me the rights to release him. So, honestly, I didn't need to believe his voice because in the call he gave me permission to use the call and release it on CD.
Oh, it's your time, baby. You know, I think you just might be more insane than I am. Oh, I've got issues, don't you know?
That's a great clip. I've got issues, don't you know? I ought to use that for the intro.
KDK.com.
And that's it. That's the end of the call. That was good. God, that's an old-ass call. Where the hell does that call come from? That call comes from... Let me go back and look. That call comes from... Oh, actually, it's kind of late, actually. It comes from our 6th CD entitled Original Fruits. That was track number 2. There you go. That was something that was once available for purchase on the site and is no longer and never will be again because I'm a generous type fellow and eventually it'll be up there for free download, the entire CD, because I'm cool like that. Young Child Fetish magazines. Did Long Dong end up dying? Asked Dr. Phil. Yes, Long Dong is dead. At 92 years young, Long Dong eventually finally died. And we know that because there was one night where I called up his neighbors and I got them to ask around and they found out that Long Dong died. Right. We made a big deal about that around here for a little while, but it's long far gone, so I'm not going to play it now. But take my word for it, I called up Long Dong's neighbors, and they went door to door. I actually got like one stupid girl to go door to door asking about him, and found out that he died. Long Dong is dead. Sad but true. I don't seem to have any other numbers coming in because I accidentally closed out Nunu, who had the clown call numbers. And apparently he's gone to bed. He's no longer listening, so I can't call up these clowny bastards no more. So I guess I've been on for over 3 hours now, so I guess maybe is that the end of the program? I suppose it was a good show. I did lots and lots of prank calls, some of them even funny. But nobody is sending in any numbers, so I think we've reached the end of the line. So thank you all for listening. I love you all. Tune in again next week. And as always, as ever before, stay beautiful. Stay just the way you are. Just the way we like you.
We got to close it out. That's it for tonight. Be back again tomorrow night. Red-eyed and bushy-tailed, 'cause I can tell you tomorrow, baby.
I move your picture.
I move your picture.
From my wall.
From my wall.
From my wall. And I replace them.
Both large and I replace them.
Both large and small.
Oh, Lord, Lord.
And each new day,
you see everyone.
Find me so blue.
So find me so blue. So blue.
Nothing takes the place of you.
Just remember, nothing takes the place of nothing can ever take the place of you, baby.
I read your letters.
I read your letters. Each and every one.
One by one.
One by one. By one.
And I still love you.
And I still love you, baby. Baby, I still love you.
When it's all said and done.
When it's all said and done, I still love you.
Oh, my darling.
Oh, my darling. And
I'm so blue.
I'm so blue. Because nothing.
Because nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
They feel as quiet as good as your vagina.
I write this letter.
It's raining.
On my window pane.
As the moving finger writes. One day it says until tomorrow.
not even listening to the lyrics anymore. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you too. These teardrop piercings on my lip.
Without you,
The hell was that one?
nothing seems the same.
Without the animal, nothing's the same. Nothing's the
So
same.
I'll wait
And I'll wait
until you're home.
until you're home.
Again, I love you,
Again, like I said before, I love you.
but I'm all alone.
But I'm all alone.
I'm all alone till I see you again tomorrow night, baby.
Till tomorrow. Till tomorrow, I love you so much. I love you more.
I'm so blue.
Bye.
I'm bluer. Goodbye.
Because nothing,
Nothing.
oh, but
Oh,
nothing
but nothing
takes the place.
takes the place of you, baby. Thank you all for listening. I love y'all. Tune in again next week. And stay beautiful.